Here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Chuckstars. Chuckstars. Nice.
Ooh, where'd you find this one? Chuckstar.
We really need to know. We need an intro song. This is,
Like, he hopped in and gave us
You did
sound
great.
effects. You're the first person to do that. Thank you.
did great.
I'm
Thank
just adding to
no,
the
I
whole-
love
love
that. It's awesome.
Most people are like, what are they doing?
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh my god.
I'm in danger.
I've made a mistake. I need an adult.
Mom, come pick me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wait until this C4 kicks in, guys.
Oh,
You guys
bro,
are gonna
get
be like,
ready.
oh shit.
I would have loved one, but one of my agents stole one of my C4s earlier. So as soon as I find out, they're fired for sure. And I'm gonna find out. You know, the funny thing is, I don't remember enough, so like it could have been me.
Who's the fucking agent? Check the recording thing. Is you're like, oh, okay.
that was you, buddy. Whatever.
Do y'all ever feel like y'all are like spies because you call yourselves agents?
Yeah, exactly. And I tell them, don't be a secret agent. You know, like people need to know what you do. You need to get it out there. Yeah, for sure.
Wow, some corporate jargon there.
Oh, yeah.
Guys on the Chuckstar podcast.
Really cool.
Right,
Sounds
we're
like
gonna
a
circle
pizza
back to
party's
that.
coming.
There's no payoff here. It's just
Pizza party alert. We're family,
welcome.
guys.
That is so funny.
so today I'm drinking a Miller Lite instead of an energy drink because
Nice.
I may have already had my energy drink. I don't know. So this is how we start every episode. We start with an energy drink and we review it. We talk about it. So today I brought in C4's Arctic Snow Cone is the flavor. All I know about C4's is it makes me itchy. So I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it. How's the flavor? Is it okay?
I love it.
Is it good?
Yeah, you know that it's gonna be a great energy drink when you get itchy, like your ears, and you're
Yes.
like, oh shit, that shit kicked in.
That's
pretty
for
hard.
working
You can
out.
feel the bugs under your skin.
Yes, exactly. You're like, oh, I'm
right.
so ready. You know. and-
Energy drink, PCP, whatever. It's what I enjoy. Yeah, it's fine. It makes my skin crawl. No, I have had this flavor before, which makes me think I did drink the other one. But anyway, I like this flavor. I think it's really good, actually.
It's delicious.
yeah, I love it.
Not bad. So 1 to 10, what are we thinking on flavor?
I will give it a 6.5.
Okay, right on. That's
Yeah.
respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it leaves room for improvement, I think. That's good.
Yeah, well, it's a great flavor to have in your mix.
Yeah.
When you have already picked out your favorite and you need to switch a little bit.
True that. Yeah.
I mean, like today's an Arctic snow cone day.
What is your what's your go-to normally?
I'm a Monster Energy guy.
Okay, which is it? The regular normal monsters, or because I've recently found a really good one.
Well, I used to drink a lot just the regular one, right?
Okay,
I never did the flavors or the coffee or anything like that. I found it's not my cup of tea.
I skipped the coffee ones too.
Yeah,
just
I
in
drank it
general.
once and
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell is this?"
I'm good. I like black coffee though. That's like
Same.
So I don't want sweet coffee ever. That's not my thing. You know. So I get it.
Yeah. My favorite one is the import version of it.
Okay.
You used to be able to find it in some gas stations, but I have never done it. Just only got one on Kirkman, I think.
Oh.
It's the import version. It has everything that you should not be supposed to have.
Yeah, for sure. It's illegal in
It's
other
illegal.
countries.
Yeah, FDA will not approve.
18 and up, all that.
But it'll give you the itch, man. That shit is, and it has a different flavor from the American one.
Okay.
And it's like bigger. It's like a bigger can. It says import.
I'm gonna be looking for that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that one is.
Dude, I recently tried the Monster Creamsicle. Ooh. Bruh. It's really good, actually.
Creamsicle.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of creamsicles, and we're just wondering, out of all the creamsicles that you've had, which one's the best flavor? Because we've had the Alani creamsicle.
That's true.
We've had you've had the Monster one.
There was
The Ghost one.
Was there a Ghost one too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say that I'm with Noah on the Alani. That is probably the best one, honestly. But in a pinch, the Monster's just as good, I would say. Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Yeah. And it's for different reasons. The vanilla is fantastic in the Alani. Awesome. But like this one's probably a little bit more orange for the Monster. So I don't know. I liked it. But anyway, And honestly, neither of them are my go-to. I like Celsius.
Yeah.
Fantasy vibe all
fantasy
day.
vibe,
You guys know this about me. If you listen to the episodes, you already know my favorite.
Celsius.
Bruh, the
What is that?
fantasy vibe. Okay, so Celsius is like just
me look it up.
it's the brand, but like the specific flavor is mandarin orange marshmallow, and it's called Fantasy Vibe, and it doesn't taste like anything else that I've ever tried. And I don't even like marshmallow all that much, but that's a damn good energy drink.
So you know how like Monster's marketed towards people who love punching holes through drywall? Celsius is marketed like that to like people going to the gym and stuff. It's one of those. It's like a
Oh, is it more of a workout one? Really?
yeah, like that's like a lot of people, like a lot of the influencers and stuff who use it are
No
like,
kidding.
workout people.
Can we all agree on one thing, that I think the whole seltzer thing is getting out of control?
In what way? Let's hear about that.
There's too many out there.
Are there?
Yes.
Ever since Liquid Death, man, I don't know.
It's like water with a splash of whatever flavor they're marketing. Yeah. And you can't even taste it, man. Yeah. And it sucks, but it makes you look cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm in a social setting, you're like, can I please have a seltzer, please?
I'll have a look.
There you go.
Have a nice little neutral seltzer.
The only one is like, that I kind of like, it's the White Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about alcoholic seltzer.
Yeah, alcoholic.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on.
Alcoholic seltzer, yes.
So that excludes Liquid Death. Ignore that comment. Sorry about that.
I was wondering.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
I was just gonna let you go through it because I didn't know at first either. Because then you said that, and then he didn't say anything. I was like, okay, maybe he is talking about regular stuff. But even I saw like Sunny D has a spiked seltzer.
I think it was a great idea to begin with. It's just like everybody copying that idea. It just makes it like, oh my gosh, enough, you know? Just let the White Claw do its White Claw thing, you know?
Yeah.
True that. I do like a good White Claw occasionally. It's not my favorite. You know, I'd rather have a Miller Lite for show.
Yeah.
But when it comes to just seltzer, like without the alcohol, that's my jam. I would rather drink that than water, to be honest.
Really?
With you. Yes. I like Polars, which are it's like lime Polars. Okay. But it's really more of like a angry water that somebody screamed lime at. That's it. There's not really, the flavor's kind of there, but it's not really. And then if it's not that, it's a Spindrift. Have you ever had a Spindrift lime?
Yes. My
It's
wife
always
loves
lime.
Spindrift. Yes.
God, me
yes.
too, man. Mine too, actually. I drink the Polars because they're
Mine too.
cheaper. You don't have. It's not.
Go ahead.
She's not your wife, man. We've told you that many times. And it'd be great if you stopped hanging outside of her house. So it's fine.
She's got nice bushes outside of the house. Outside of the house.
It's fine.
Outside
fine,
of the
fine.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La, 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 la.
Anyways, Josh, you were saying.
I'm just sweating. I don't know why.
so hot here.
So that's what I enjoy now. It's like I like a good, Polar, that kind of thing. But if I'm drinking alcohol, it's either a Miller Lite or it's bourbon, dude. I'm all about bourbon lately. Like a good Woodford Reserve or something like that. Or even Chris Stapleton's whiskey. Have you tried that? It's called Traveler. It's fantastic. It's really good.
See, it's hard for me to get into whiskey. Like if I were to drink like the bourbon that you're talking about,
Yes.
like I'd be able to sip it and stuff. But back in college, I went to this bar called Bogey's in Baton Rouge, and they had $5 triple well whiskeys.
Damn.
And I had like 4 of them. Oh no! Because I had just started drinking. I didn't know what I was.
Do you remember still?
I remember throwing up.
Oh, there you go.
A lot of tears.
Yeah, a lot of tears. And I just remember not being able to stand the smell. Like people are like, here's a Jack and Coke. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Everybody's got that story where you just overdid it on a particular type of alcohol
Yes.
when you were probably
20?
I was gonna say between 18 and 20 for sure.
Yeah.
I can never drink cinnamon anything like Goldschlager.
Oh, no.
Destroyed me.
Ooh, just my guts went like,
You felt it?
Yes,
Yeah. No,
yes.
same, dude. I cannot do that.
ooh.
You never introduced our guest.
I know. I was getting to that.
Okay, that's my bad. My bad.
Wait a second. We have a guest? What are you talking about? Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to Chuckstars. We'll start let's just start over. Thanks for listening to Chuckstars. It's a podcast about Lake Charles, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so today we have an awesome guest with us, a total Chuckstar, an absolute icon of the Lake Charles area, Mr. Andres Nava. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much for having me.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I don't know what button does that. There is a button that does it, but I'm too scared to try.
You got a clap from Noah.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
nice.
you go.
He also gave his girlfriend the clap, but that's a little different. That's,
Oh my god.
We weren't going to talk about that until later. But since you brought it up.
That's why he doesn't have a mic today. I can just roast the shit out of him, and he can't
There
say
you
anything
go.
back.
There you
Can't say shit. That's awesome.
If I speak really loud.
Anyways, Josh, you were talking about.
No.
We'll cut that out. We'll be right back.
Andres and I mean, we don't know each other that well, but I think, when you live in Lake Charles, you live in the Lake Charles area.
Yes.
People become what I call Lake Charles adjacent, meaning we've seen each other through, maybe we go to Walmart together, whatever, but we've seen each other before. I think the main thing that I've seen you from is your music.
Yep.
Okay. And so can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, and guys, thank you so much for having me. Of
course.
it's a
Absolutely.
pleasure. Yes, I actually play the guitar for Cats and Aliens.
Okay.
We're a local band. I'm the band manager too, and just recently we happened to add a third person, Ladarius Henry, into the mix. He's a drummer.
Awesome.
The singer is Ian Fredericks, and Ian and I we met like about 6 years ago. And funny story is that he stood me up when we the first time. The first time we were going to be meeting, and I'm sure he's going to laugh when he listens to this podcast. But yeah, we were supposed to meet, and then he gave me. I mean, I'm older than him, and he gave me that excuse of like, "Oh, my battery died." I'm like, "Dude, can you just Google a better excuse?" Like the fuck. And I had to consult it with my wife. I was like, "This kid," and she's like, "Well, sometimes you're too hard. Just give him a second chance." And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give him a second chance, but this is a red flag.
For sure.
And we met up again, and it worked out. So yeah, we've been playing ever since in 2000, right before COVID. We were going to be just an acoustic set,
Yeah.
just a duo. And then, dun, 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 COVID happened.
Wait, what? I've never heard of this. What happened?
Not real.
It's a pandemic.
Just drink bleach. And
The Chinese don't. Okay,
See a
sorry.
veterinarian. Get a horse trank.
I've had half a neutral and half a C4. I'm mixing things I shouldn't be.
That might be a great idea.
There's a special light that we're going to be using. It's called fluorescent, right? Anyway, and it happened for the best because we hunkered down. And
How did you find him to begin with, though? Like,
oh yes, I found it through a coworker.
Okay,
He
right
actually
on.
I was like, hey man, I write music and I'm looking to have a band. And
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Let me hook you up with this guy. And then that's how we connected. And his name is Peyton. So thank you, Peyton, for that.
shout out to Peyton.
Yes, absolutely. And after that, we kind of hit it off and we started writing some music and stuff. And, I'm actually a metal guy.
Okay.
Yes. Been listening to metal since I was a kid. And that's what got me into the guitar playing.
Who's your metal influences? Who are your favorite?
Iron.
Okay. Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
Aluminum, obviously. Got to give a shout out to aluminum.
People tried, but you can't foil.
Oh, God.
I don't know the button. All right.
Where's the ejectocito?
That's the one I was looking for. Goodbye.
I think to me, like the band that I grew up listening to, of course, you got the big four, Metallica, Megadeth, and everything. But I feel like that was kind of like more of my previous generation.
Okay.
And Ozzy Osbourne and all
Sure.
that. To me, it was a Dream Theater.
Okay.
It's a progressive band, like a progressive rock, and
I have to check that out. I don't think I've heard them.
yeah, I mean, it's I grew up listening to them. John Petrucci, he's my wife knows about him a lot.
Okay.
Just so you know, like she knows who that.
Please stop
Hall
talking
pass.
about
Yes, yeah. even my mom and like John Petrucci. Oh yeah, I know who John Petrucci is. So, great guitar player, one of the best. In
Right
my
on.
opinion.
Yeah.
But anyway, that'll be my favorite band, progressive rock. It's
Cool.
Dream Theater, and then
Okay.
you got Metallica and
Pantera?
Pantera was
Or is that metal or is that?
it's metal.
Okay.
It's classic metal. Like
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
Like then I'm a millennial guy, so
Right.
you know I'm not afraid to say I love fucking Creed. Hey,
Oh,
for the record,
dude.
I love Creed.
Right on.
I love Creed.
Yeah.
And Creed. Finally, the internet decided to
great.
lift the hate ban that they had on them.
Yep.
Rightfully so, and now they're back together. They're touring. I know that when my wife listens to this, she's gonna be like, "Oh, here he goes again." But hey, with arms wide open, here we are, man.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
fuck
right.
yes. As a matter of fact, I never understood the hating on Creed. I'm from Venezuela.
sure.
I'm from Venezuela, and I'm telling you the things like
It wasn't Creed. It was Scott Stapp specifically, I think. People got tired of Scott Stapp ruining gigs by being like wasted drunk.
Was it that?
Not. I think that had something to do
Okay,
with it. I don't
okay.
know if it was the music because the music was
sense.
fine.
Music's
The
fantastic.
music's fine. I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
that. What if? What if?
What if
God, it was good. We should start a band. That's actually why I had you here. No,
there you go.
Well, guys, what do y'all think of this?
get out. You're fired.
Okay.
But anyway, loved
I liked it.
Loved Creed. Loved Creed. Loved your beat too. So
Thank you.
other than that, man, yeah, just
What about Nickelback? Are we okay with Nickelback now? Because I mean, if we're lifting Creed's band, are we lifting Nickelback's? Are we okay with that now?
Nickelback was always kind of like for me like a girls band kind of
Okay.
deal. You know, like
Yeah,
you know, I had a
for
lot
sure.
of girlfriends in high school that they were listening to Nickelback
Right.
and all their bands related to it. So it wasn't
Yeah.
really my cup
Puddle
of
of
tea.
Mud is similar, I think.
Can you take it all the way? Yeah. Yeah. All of that. But my biggest one from the Millennial Man, Linkin Park. By
Oh
all.
my God, Linkin Park changed
Linkin
my
Park.
life.
Dude.
I was a junior in high school whenever I think what was the first one? Not Hybrid Theory. It was,
Crawling. The album Paper Cut. No.
was that the first one?
the very first one was
Was it Hybrid Theory? It was
Yeah.
Hybrid Theory.
Yeah,
Okay,
You're right.
Was that
Bro.
2001?
I
It
think
would have
so.
been 2001. Yeah, that time period for sure, dude. I mean, like anytime I hear any of the songs from that album, I'm taken immediately back to junior in high school, riding in
Absolutely.
a friend's car, listening to it on a CD
Uh-huh.
player that
Uh-huh.
had the anti-skip, you know,
Yep.
and all that
Yep.
stuff. And God, absolutely, Linkin Park is still absolutely one of my favorites.
So I
Yeah.
didn't know Linkin Park until I saw Transformers in 2007.
Word.
And I was like, what is this song I'm transcending in the movie theater, just like floating in the air. I'm like, what is playing right now? This is amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That changed music. There was not a, I mean, as far as I know, there was not a band that was rapping and doing scratching, DJing and rock at the same time. It was
And
just-
doing it right.
yeah, okay, right on.
Yeah,
right on.
because
Yeah,
there
yeah.
were some that were trying, and they were just only saying like, "Chuck, chuck, 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 chuck," and that's
Right.
it. But they actually, I mean, they incorporated like some like cool beats, and it was like the most modern version of rock and
Yeah.
kind of like new metal that there was at the time.
To me, it was the next step from Incubus. Incubus
Right.
sort of had, what was it, Mr. Hahn or whoever the DJ was for that band. It was really amazing, and there was a lot of scratching going
Yes.
on. And then they took it and screamed over it, and added a little bit of rap. And that was just like, it was just the next progression. It was amazing for sure.
Yeah, Incubus. I mean, wow.
Oh, right? Still.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, absolutely.
I lost
The
track
Make
of them.
Yourself album, like the whole album.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's just bangers, all of them.
I lost
Yeah.
track of Incubus. If not when, what was the name of the album? If not when,
They lost me after the one with fish on it. There was like a couple fish or something on the album cover. I think that one was okay. And then after that, it sort of went. It just changed, I think, a little bit. It wasn't as good. I don't know.
it's called If Not Now, When. That's the album.
Okay, right on. Brandon Boyd, lead singer.
That was maybe like 6 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The album that they released. It was a pretty chill album. And I really enjoy bands who can tone it down
Yeah,
and create an atmosphere. I really appreciate that. I think everybody can be loud. It's just those bands that can really like create a mood.
yeah.
When
Or
they-
change your style and like
Yes.
like
yes.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
album to me was it. And then after that, I just lost track of them. But the bassist actually had to step down because he has cancer right now. So
Oh, that's
there's a filler.
okay.
A girl. They just actually happened to play, I think, a couple of weeks ago on one of those big, I think, Stern Show or
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, I think. I think
Okay.
one of those two. But I hope they
That would
have
be
a
cool
re-
to see. I'll have to go back and check that out.
Yeah, I hope they have a comeback.
Dude, speaking of girls filling in, I'd read recently, and it's not even a real story.
So I thought this was going to be dirty. I'm sorry.
God dang it.
Just waiting for it.
We can't have one episode that my mom can listen to. Thank you, Jacob.
All I did was reference it. I didn't actually say it.
JK. But somebody mentioned that Amy Lee would be a good fill-in on Linkin Park, actually. Amy Lee from Evanescence.
No
If
way.
She came over to Linkin Park, and then it's not an official thing. She said it's not a thing at all. But if they did approach her, she would be into it. So I think that would be kind of cool,
Damn.
actually. Yeah, I mean,
And she will be respected by the whole community.
totally. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. And it just happened with Pantera. You brought up Pantera earlier. Everybody was bitching about Zach Wild.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
The kids.
Right.
The kids who are like pure.
How are you gonna be upset about Zach Wild being in anything? He's
That just tells me right there, like,
you don't know who it is.
who are you, man?
Exactly.
Like
Black Label Society. Go listen to that. Like, you
right.
tell me, yeah.
And then you have the whole Aussie trajectory, like the
For
whole,
sure.
like, dude, have you ever listened to this guy shred?
right.
And then you have Black Label Society,
Yep.
and I mean, he's a well-known and respected musician. And not only that, he was a great friend of Dimebag.
So even better.
He was like a huge friend of his, but he's filling in those big shoes to fill, and everybody was bitching about it. But he didn't do the tremolo, he didn't do the vibrato like this way. He was like, dude,
I didn't even know that he was filling in for him. When did that happen? Is that probably a long time?
About a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The whole
Cool.
metal community was like, okay, yeah, he's the right guy. He's gonna do it right. But everybody has their own so much opinion. That's the problem. I think everybody has an opinion nowadays.
Yeah. Welcome to social media world. Yeah, for sure. Everybody's got an opinion, and we all have to hear about it.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yep.
So here's my opinion on it. I think
Shut. No.
No, you don't get an opinion at all.
All right. Because you're a co-host, we'll let you.
so. I think it's funny. I think the problem comes like everybody has always had an opinion, but now like with social media, everybody can share that opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue is that people don't realize because I see it a lot in stand up with people because like the people go up and tell jokes and sometimes they won't get laughs. And there's some stuff that they'll tell them like they never get laughs.
Right.
And they're like, well, this crowd is wrong. It's like, no, it's because you have the mindset of just because I'm up there and I have the mic, like you have to listen to me. That is not the case. Yes, you can
Right.
go up there and say whatever you want to, but that doesn't mean that the crowd has to listen to you. You have to earn that respect.
True.
And then, but there's like a disconnect that people think. They think that, oh, just because I can share these opinions, people have to listen to them. Nobody has to listen to them.
Right.
You're free to share them, but that doesn't make them valid or that anybody has to care.
Yeah. And if they don't
Right on.
agree with your opinion, they're still people, and they
Exactly.
still they're okay with their opinion,
And that's
Like,
okay.
Let's all love each other.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think nowadays there's a lack of that. What you just brought up, the whole thing about like, hey, you can have a different opinion, we can still have a beer,
Yeah, exactly.
and I think like
I don't have to hate you because of that.
right, and
Yeah.
I think nowadays I've seen here in America, have seen the transition in between us having a different opinion and still barbecue and have a friendship over it versus nowadays where you and I both have a different opinion, we cannot get together anymore.
Right.
And going back to your point, it's like you can make sense, but it doesn't make you right either. Because a lot of people have a lot of opinion that they sound good and quote unquote make sense, and that's when they start creating a different lines of thoughts that are wrong, but they make sense to the hearing, but that doesn't make that they're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Facts and feelings, aren't necessarily always the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
That's something I love about like the comedy community is that I've met all kind of people who have very different opinions, and they'll let you know on stage, like how they feel about things. But because we all have comedy in common,
Right.
like, that's the only thing that really matters. So we can all sit there and we'll have the hang, and we'll hang out afterwards in the green room or wherever, and just have an absolute blast, no matter who we are, because we're all just sitting there cracking jokes. Because making people laugh in comedy is like the one thing we all have in common.
Yeah.
Funny is a universal language. I think I listened to something the other day that was like, the thing in your throat that makes you laugh predates language. So
Wow.
originally, like, when tribes were formed or when groups were formed like that, it was because they could all laugh together. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, nice.
I listened to a podcast the other day that said that. So
Nice.
I have nothing to base it on.
It was called Chuckstars.
It was.
Check it out.
Oh, it was me that said it.
It was
I was
me.
talking to myself in the mirror. That's true.
And the C4, you grabbed the C4
That's what
earlier.
it was.
Remember, man.
Oh,
It all makes sense
it's all
now.
coming together. Man, it's- Arctic snow cone. Oh my God.
But to your point, I really admire comedy, man. I think comedy it's a one of those art expressions that are needed in society.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like it or not, and if it makes you feel uncomfortable, that's even better. You know, I think it just depends on how much you're able to go to that uncomfortableness and whatever objective you have to. You want to educate through comedy, or you want to entertain through comedy, or you want to criticize through comedy. But I think it's a great avenue for people like you to express yourself or trying to criticize whatever is going on around you. So kudos to you, man.
I think all artists look at other artists who do a different art as like, that's amazing. That's awesome. You know, it's like I do painting or whatever, but like I would trade anything to be able to be a musician. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And so, or like a really good comic, you know what I mean? So like whatever you have, you would probably trade it for that other thing that you're looking at artistically.
Yeah.
You know,
I play guitar and I'm not very good at it. It's been like months since I picked up my guitar, but I would learn just like songs and just like songs I love that like made me feel a certain way. And so like, I know I can do that very well with comedy, but I know I can't do that with, playing music. So like, I'm just like, I'm jealous. I know I'll never get there because I know I'm not going to put that effort into it.
Right.
Like, but, cause I'm putting it at my effort somewhere else.
Exactly.
But I'm like, dude, kudos to Josh too. I have one of Josh's paintings in my house, and now it's like, one of the, now he's like, I just stole it from him. He's like, wait, you have a painting?
I'm gonna need to see some money. Meaning to talk to you about this.
But yeah, just like that's an interesting point. We're all different creatives.
Yeah, but we
Right.
admire each other because of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you play metal? Is that what Cats and Aliens does? Or
I don't.
Okay, right on. So
Yeah,
what type of music do you guys play?
We play indie rock. And
Okay.
funny thing that you mentioned that because everybody, pre Cats and Aliens, like they knew me, like, oh, I'm sure you're gonna be writing like, I'm like,
Right.
As a matter of fact, I can't write metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the main reason why it's because I feel like, to me personally, it's just very limited.
Okay.
So I don't want to feel like I'm limited to a genre,
Is it an angry headspace as well? Like, because metal tends to be more aggressive, more
Yeah.
whatever. Do you have to is that foreign to you? Like, you'd have to put yourself into more of an aggressive headspace, or does that have anything to? Maybe I'm way.
Oh no, I have the aggressive.
Okay.
Yes.
Right
I,
on.
We can tell by your voice. Absolutely. Yeah.
I have the aggressive. Sometimes, some days I'm like, fuck this world, like, and just like play some
same.
Slipknot and just crank it up and like, don't even touch me right now. Yes.
Yes.
But no, my mindset has always been like trying to push myself into other genres and expand my my writing abilities.
Cool. Okay.
So the same thing with Ian, because they told me like, that he's not a metalhead. I'm like, I don't want a metalhead.
Yeah. That's
I
what I'll
don't
go
want
for.
that.
Okay.
The way I always explain it is like, if you have a salad bowl, right? And if you are the lettuce, for example, are you going to keep adding lettuce, the same ingredient?
Right.
Then it's going to be just a bland lettuce salad. What else are you going to,
Yeah.
right? You got to have other ingredients that's going to add up and make it interesting. So
Sure.
it's like, okay, what do you play? I play the guitar. I just listen to indie and folk stuff. I'm like, that's a great ingredient to have in the bowl. And then Ladarius, what do you play? Man, I'm into like gospel and other type of genres and stuff. Like,
Nice.
I need that. I can do something with that for sure. So that's always been my mindset when it comes down to band and music.
So you're a huge fan of other genres as well.
Yes.
Is there a genre that you just do not like? You hate, like, I cannot do blank.
Reggaeton, man.
Okay. Okay. Right on.
Yeah. We were just talking about
You only
this
have to
the
have
other day.
one beat for every song that you do.
Look,
It's
man. Look, I saw it happening. No. I saw it happening back in the days. Like, you had the Backstreet Boys coming out, the NSYNC, all the boys band.
Sure.
MTV was a huge thing back then.
Right.
I feel like MTV should have never gone away. But anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
they messed up though. They messed up with all the reality shows.
just
and
went to
stuff.
a
Like,
different thing.
They just went to a different thing. If they
Right.
would have just kept it like music videos,
Yeah.
Yes.
and maybe transition to how YouTube started, and there will be like the YouTube of music videos. But they
Keep it
lost me.
music, rock docs, music videos, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
dude.
Interviews with musicians. That would have been interesting, and like I would be into that.
I feel like if they would have kept that. Nowadays, it would have been more powerful than they ever were. Because like people like us would be like, oh, you want to go watch a music video. Oh,
Right.
hell yeah! And then the interviews and the geek stuff and behind and I
Yes.
live for that. That's where I go to YouTube.
Right.
You know, like just to get the ins and out about musicians and setup and guitars and all of that. But anyway, when it was like 1998, I think, when Daddy Yankee came out.
Okay.
Now, granted,
Daddy Yankee came out in '98.
I think so, man. With La Gasolina, yeah.
That song came out in 1998.
Dude, we're
Bro,
gonna fact
it's
check
been
that
around
right
for a
now.
while.
Daddy Yankee.
I thought it didn't come out in the new
Gasolina.
Fast and Furious movie. I'm so my mind is blown. I was born in 1998, so that blows my mind.
Oh, okay. I was a freshman in high school.
My bad. 2004.
2004.
My bad. 2004. That's when he came out.
That makes sense because I was in Florida at that time and we were listening to that a lot. I had a Colombian girlfriend, so
You were dancing. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
guaranteed. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
Shout out to Sydney.
You-
Whatever.
Bree, we hope you're listening.
She's not. Now I am sweating.
Oh, it's a C4. It's a C4,
sweating
Josh.
so badly right now.
So yeah, I mean, it's not that it's a. Look, I'm a Latino. I'm from Venezuela, and it was a unnecessary evil that we kind of like. Okay, me as a musician, I think reggaeton back in 2004 was more of a music genre than what it is today.
Okay.
Today you got Bad Bunny with, and I'm like, are you choking or what? Like,
You okay?
Are you okay? But
It's the mumble rap. Mumble rap is a huge genre.
God.
here.
Dude, I
think-
cannot listen
and
to
even
modern
rap. I mean, I respected rap back in the days.
Back
you know?
then, yes, I agree.
Like,
and
it had
some
a-
modern stuff, but not the majority of it. Yeah.
It had lyrics, like great lyrics. You could understand what they were saying.
Y'all, dude, Sexy Red, guys. Don't know Sexy Red?
No.
I'm looking for the hose. No, nothing.
Hey, I like the idea.
Shake
but
that ass, ho. Shake that ass,
No.
ho. Let me tell you guys, it's trash. It's absolute trash.
Sounds like
But
it.
when I drop it in the club, it goes hard.
They love it.
It really
Really?
does,
I
man.
bet.
It goes. It's like at a 70, 72 BPM.
You gotta play what they like.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even at our last Mardi Gras ball, half the songs, all of a sudden, I did not recognize anymore.
Yep.
So I don't know where people are getting all this new stuff. I don't even know where to find it necessarily because like all the playlists that Spotify builds for me is stuff I've been listening to. You know, they know what I want to hear, and so where do you even find new music?
Well, sometimes I venture out and
Okay.
I force myself to go
Okay.
to Spotify and like, hey, new music and stuff.
Yes.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm in the car and I'm like, okay, Andres, come on, you can put yourself through this. I'm like, okay,
Be
yes.
cool, man.
I got just be cool, man. Just relax your shoulder. You're so tense right now. I'm like,
Grinding your
breathe
teeth.
in, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, play. I went through the first song. What was that? I can't even read it. Okay, second song, third song, and then I'm lost. I'm like, okay, I guess this is what people are listening to today. And
Yep.
I don't want to sound like this like old grumpy man.
Too
but
late.
but I already do. So
exactly.
I'm
Bunch of
embracing the crap
fogies.
out of it.
Same.
So yes, I mean, and you know what? To be fair, the same goes with metal bands nowadays. I feel like
Right.
they're so overly produced
Yep.
that it's like, which band is this one? So and so. Oh, I thought it was so and so. No, you already listened to that one. Like, oh, they sound just like the same breakdown. Like, you know, it's
Yep.
guys. I feel like maybe we just need to, I don't know, just go and trying to do something different. But when I say this, then you see something different. It's crap.
Right. Different and good. Let's be specific.
Different and good. There you go.
Let's
Different
keep
and
the
good.
talent and just do something different. That's great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's that?
People do things that are different and good.
Do they?
Very hard to find.
You can't find it. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
Ever since Snoop Lion. I mean, that was the last
Yeah.
different new good thing that I heard.
I quit smoking.
Snoop Lion. I didn't. Snoop Lion. He was Snoop Dogg previously, but then Snoop Dogg did a reggae album and he became Snoop Lion for that one album. And I think he went right back to Snoop.
I love Snoop Dogg so much, man.
I do, too.
I mean, I want to party with him one day.
Hell
I want
yes.
him to be my friend. I want him to be my contact and be like, that's the type of guy that I want to call on a Friday night kind of deal. Like,
For sure.
Hey, Snoop, what you doing, my man?
Yeah.
and then come and swing by my house, my friend. Of course, I'm actually parked in front of your house. Yeah,
I'm here already.
I'm here already.
I'm already here.
I'm already
Tapping on the window.
Check the tree branches.
You get a contact high from tapping on the window, though. I'm pretty sure at Snoop Dogg's house.
Dude. Yes. The smoke coming out like, oh man, I'm already out here.
I
Great.
called 911. I wasn't sure if you were okay.
By the way, did you guys happen to hear the lady with Snoop Dogg? Well, I say the lady, but it was like maybe 5 months ago. So it was like a marketing stunt.
Okay.
He posted on social media like, "Hey, I actually quit smoke."
Yeah.
Everybody went nuts.
Oh,
that's why-
we
that's why
talked
I
about
said that.
this.
Dude,
Yeah,
I read it. I went through like a existential life crisis. I'm like, shit, Snoop Dogg, stop smoking, man. Like,
I don't know what to do. Yeah.
I mean, does that mean that what? That no way.
Up is down.
Like,
can't.
if Snoop Dogg stops smoking, that means that everybody is like put a question mark on the smoking thing, and I'm like, whoa, those were the roughest 48 hours. Yeah,
It messed with you.
Dude, it messed with. I was like in the car, like just looking through the window, like, the fuck is wrong with my life? Even Snoop Dogg is like, stop smoking. Like, what the hell? Then
Just reevaluating a lot of my choices now.
dude, I feel like a lot of people like thought about what they were doing with their own life after he posted that shit. Anyway, it went viral, right?
I'm glad I missed it.
Dude, same. I mean, I think it was like 3 days after or like 4 days. I don't know what the period time, the time frame was, but it was a marketing stunt for a smoke less. It was like a fire pit.
Right. Had nothing to do with what you thought. It was. Yeah, exactly.
And then he was like, "Oh, I just stopped smoking," and it made it look like, okay, it's about the fire pit. Anyway, the CEO got fired after that.
What?
Yes, they didn't even make a penny off of that advertising because they used a Snoop Dogg and he overshadowed.
It just
the
became about
product
something
itself,
else.
and it became about something else. So they tanked the company, and then basically the guy just, the CEO just got fired after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
crazy.
I know, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, that went south south pretty quickly.
It's a second-hand high, I guess.
Secondhand buy.
Yeah.
Nah, that's stupid.
BUI. Now's the time, guys. Their stocks are low.
I can go back and listen to most of the music from my childhood, and that is kind of where I'm still at musically. Just anything I listened to, probably in high school, maybe right after, still spot on, still really good. There's a few things that I've added since then, like folk became a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I listen, some more of that, maybe some indie stuff too. But there are certain genres that even though I liked them as a kid, I cannot go back to necessarily.
Like which one? Like tell me.
Emo. Just
I see that. Yeah.
saves the day, or
My Chemical Romance.
there are a couple of My Chemical Romance songs I can go back to, but for the most part, the emo stuff as a parent, looking back now, and all the "I'm sorry, Dad, I can't be perfect," all that stuff.
Can be
Never understood me,
perfect.
Dad. But it's like, go fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, just man up. That's what I want to So like the stuff that really I identify with at that age, it's like, yeah, Dad, you didn't understand me. And now I'm a dad, and I'm like, you don't need to be understood. You're not interesting enough. Like, why do we need to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
Word.
kind of changed a little bit. Yeah.
No, I remember. Funny that you mentioned that because back in my high school down there, it was like the emos against the metalheads.
Okay, right on.
And we metalheads were like, "You fucking man up, bro! Like the fuck is that with the hair and the whole depression? No, man, they just like punch each other, Right?
Yeah.
But I did like some emo bands, My Chemical Romance.
For sure.
But like you said, and I learned this from my Spanish teacher, Castellano. That's how they call it, like the proper Spanish. But he taught me, like, look, when you like a genre or an artist very much, what I do, that's what he told me back then. Like, I just listen to it, enjoy it, and then I save it for years later. So that way, when I revisit it, it's still there. And you're going to see throughout your whole life that every time you listen to it, like every 5 or 10 years apart, it's gonna be a different experience.
Ah.
So
Okay.
I have like a bunch of artists that I'm like, for example, Ozzy Osbourne, I haven't listened to it maybe, I don't know, like 5 years ago.
Right.
And then I go back and play Diary of a Madman. The whole album is it's a
good.
fucking piece of, it's a jam.
It's perfect.
So
Yep.
then you're like, whoa. And then the lyrics might hit you better. For example, Linkin Park, going back to Linkin Park, all
Right.
those lyrics, like, shit.
I have become numb. I've been sitting on this toilet for too long.
I can't move my legs. What am I going to do? It's like,
Shut up when I'm talking to you.
shut up.
I can identify with that more being a parent.
That's just what you're listening to after you get in a fight with your wife.
Exactly.
Talking to you.
We don't fight.
What was that, honey? Nothing. Nothing, sweetie. Nothing.
And I was like, bitch. I said that. I said it.
You said that. You
I
said
looked
that. That
her
was
into
you.
the windows of her soul, her
Okay.
eyeballs, and I told her.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna edit that out. I just peed a little. We're gonna edit
we're
that out.
quoting a video. We're quoting a video. We're just quoting a video.
I was just waiting for it. Oh my god! But yeah, no.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Lake Charles, been living here for 10 years.
Yeah. What is the music scene like here for you? You're in it, dude. Like, have you been playing for 10 years in this town, or when did you guys start playing, and how is it different from when you started to now?
Well, I feel like when I came in here, and what I was told, there was a music scene going on.
Okay.
Of original music and stuff. Apparently, you had bands such as like Ashes of Babylon.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
What was the other band? They just played recently a Crying Eagle.
337.
They had a comeback.
Flamethrowers or.
Well,
No, because they don't
He
do
said
originals.
comeback.
Right.
But anyway, a couple other bands that they were just driving the whole music scene.
there was
and
some good metal shit back then too, dude.
I heard.
There was like, what is it, Center Stage or something?
Yes,
or
I
next
heard
to
that.
Dakotas. There's small little venues, but bro, they brought in some powerhouse bands that were just fun to listen to.
Yeah, I think when I came into Lake Charles, and that was I came here 2016. And after that, downtown has hit, his highs and lows.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like I've been here for the majority of the time that I've been here is for the lows part end of it.
Okay.
2017, 18, 19, that was lows for downtown when we
Yeah.
had a few businesses shut down there. Zephyr's was not there anymore. The only literally venue that was open was Luna. And then that's it.
Then Tumbleweeds just
Yeah, because not even Sloppy. Sloppy was it was closed back then.
wow.
So, but right now, I feel like there is a small movement going on. I mean, we're trying, and I say this because I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Look, we play covers because it's a quote unquote it has become a need
Okay.
to be booked.
Sure.
We're very careful what covers we're playing because we don't want to play any covers that other bands have played, and that
okay.
aligns with our genre.
Right.
But I feel like we need to make that push as musicians and start educating the audience to listen to original music.
Oh, I totally agree.
Because I
Absolutely.
mean, you can't have a music scene without original music.
Are you guys playing originals though as well? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
good.
we have 4 singles on Spotify right now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Right on.
Yeah, we're working on 2 more singles, and then we're planning to do an EP. But it's not only a Lake Charles thing; it's everywhere. Everywhere is like that. You want to
Right.
The way I have the strategy that I've put together is like, okay, let's just get our name out there, trying to play some engaging covers that people are gonna get to know us. Like get them up and dance, and then, hey, this is my single right here.
Right.
And then we go back to the covers. So that helps us to book to
Yep.
get to be booked, you know, to get gigs.
Is that something they ask you when you're booking? They say, "Do you play covers?" Is that or just they already kind of know who you are and they know you play covers? Or
The covers are expected.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Just
yeah.
understood.
Yeah, it's understood.
That's what we're looking for.
Yes,
Okay. right
yes.
Are y'all having to go through like a booking agent?
Yes,
on. Gotcha. Right
yes.
on.
So
Leave it at that.
yeah, you know, it's.
Is it
give
the
a-
same person that kind of books for everybody?
Yes.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Right on.
So I mean, I'm the type of person that gives a fair chance to everybody, regardless of
Totally.
whatever is being said or done. So I'm a pretty much businessman when it comes down to those kind of situations.
Yep.
But would I like the Lake Charles music scene to have more original music? Yes, because there is original music out here. We have great talent, you know,
Right.
from any type of genre, you know.
Dude,
So
yeah, absolutely. Martindale, Justin Martindale is one of my best friends in the whole world, and for the most part, when you go to his shows, you're going to hear covers. Yeah, but man, his originals are so good. They're so good. He should be playing arenas and only originals, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Like literally, there is. You're right. There's a ton of talent in this area.
yeah, and I think I've always talked about it. I'm just waiting to click with somebody that maybe have the same vision. Ian and I, we talk about it like, hey, what about a festival where we only book musicians, local musicians that only plays originals, and start there.
Absolutely.
And
that
start
would be,
there.
or like a high percentage, 75% original.
Yeah.
Throw in your
Your
cool cover,
absolutely.
whatever.
I
That's
mean, covers
cool.
are not
Yeah.
off the game, but you gotta have a. I mean, if you're
That would be
playing
amazing.
15 songs or 12 or 10 songs, hey, 6 of them be original and
Yes.
be and get that going, so that way people can go there and expect to listen to original music, because it's a I think it's a lost trade. I think like you as an audience, when you go and start listening to new music, it's a whole total different experience.
Right.
And I feel like we need to expose locally the people
100%
locally
agree.
more to that than just covers.
The only local band that I know that I've been to a show and I don't believe they did one cover throughout the whole thing was Bear and the Forest Friends.
That's right. Yeah.
They do all originals.
All
stuff,
originals,
and it's
yeah.
all freaking amazing. I really like it anyway. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, Bear.
Had something to bang your head to. You know, just- I thought it was awesome. Yeah. Have you listened to them? You been in any of their shows?
Yeah, I was there at a show there one time, and at Crying Eagle.
Yeah.
and they were playing.
You want to talk about just completely original, completely themselves.
Well, I had
Well,
no idea that this was
ish.
like their thing, and I was like, "What the fuck are these furries doing?"
What
on
am I
stage?
watching right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was taken aback. They were good. They were good. And at first glance, I was like, "This is not what I wanted to be."
of show.
Yeah. I'm into anime, but I'm not this into anime.
That's that next level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's cool, man. I think again, we have so much talent locally.
Absolutely.
We just need to provide a platform for them.
For sure.
So that's something interesting you bring up, because whenever I talk to other people my age, we're just like I'm tired of hearing bands just do cover stuff. Like it's because it's the same shit every time, you know,
or the
no matter
same
where we
exact
go.
ones every time.
Yeah, and it's always the same like 20
Please
country songs or
change
something.
it.
You know,
Yeah,
because there's
Zombie.
I think we all knew what we were talking about.
I can't stand that song.
Not anymore. No.
Never been.
Nope.
But you know what? The thing is that yes, there is that. And I feel like bands who have had the guts to go out there and like, you know what? Screw covers. We're going to go out there with all original music.
Yes.
I admire them too. And I have all my respect. Like I said before, we're trying to do that, but sprinkle kind of like, getting booked with what we offer and trying to offer different, covers that nobody does around this area. And then sparkle in a little bit of our originals. Because eventually we're going to work it up to be like a 70-30,
That's
70% originals.
Yeah.
30%, and then phase out to be just originals, and then maybe 1 or 2 covers that we enjoy playing. But yes, to your point is that it kind of like, I don't know, I feel as a musician, you have different emotions, because when you see these bands who are playing just covers, headlining a whole festival, and you see all the crowd up and down to a cover, you're like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, wow, maybe I'm the one who's doing it wrong.
Yeah, because you want to get that same reaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need that
Yeah.
same feedback.
Absolutely. And I feel like as an artist, everybody's looking for that stimulant, like
Right.
that reaction that will pump you up and be like, this is what I need.
yeah.
This is what I needed and to keep on going. But
I'll choose it over sex. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'm like, God damn, it's addicting. It is so
Yes.
addicting. It's more
Right.
addictive than caffeine or
Absolute-
anything else.
dude.
Like, yeah.
Well, it's funny
some
that
claps here and there, that's just like so nice.
So I'm
and
validated. Thank you.
absolutely like
you like me. Anyway, you turn into Sally Fields all of a sudden. You really like me.
you know what, it's hard when you play, and granted there are some venues that are more kind of like a background music, but you as a musician, you're like, I just hope to turn some heads around.
Yeah.
And when the song ends and there's like a baby crying in the background, you're like, holy shit. And you look at each other and you're like, Nick, I don't know.
We messed up.
We messed up.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
We made it back.
Let's just play the next song and get the fuck out of here.
Keep going. Yeah,
Keep
exactly.
going.
Get the check. Get the hell out of here. Yeah.
That's what I love about stand-up is that everyone's attention is always on you for the most part. Unless there, something's going on, then it's your job to get that attention. But for the most part, it's like so if you just don't do. I was in Lafayette a few weeks ago. I was having so much fun on stage, and there was like 10 people in the audience. They were not having. It was an open mic. They were just not having it, and I was like, guys. Someone's gonna have fun here tonight, and right now it seems like it's just gonna be me.
Oh, nice.
And then they all got into it after that, but it's just like, man, it's just there's a lot of pressure, but it's also like I'm addicted to having like.
But you
being
know
up there on
what
stage.
happened to you is like, I feel like it's the art of not giving a fuck when you are on the stage and you're so like into wanting the people to react to what you're doing. I feel like energy wise, there's something going on that doesn't click from the public perspective. And I feel it, man, when we are on that mindset, like, we don't give a fuck what we do tonight. When if we fuck up, we fucked up. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, those are the best shows
They really
that
are.
we have. Like, okay, whatever.
You're just there to have fun.
Hey,
go
give
have
me
a
a
good
drink. Hey, we're here to have fun. And we're having fun. And I feel like people just feed us of that energy.
And that's one of the craziest things too is like even like whenever I was DJing last night, it was like, damn, I fucked that up. And most people are like, you did?
You did? Uh-huh.
I had no idea.
Right.
Yeah. So if
It's your inner critic that you know what's happening,
yeah.
but
He's
nobody
perfect.
actually noticed. Exactly.
yeah, no one notices.
Well, comedy's terrifying because you can't fill in with any covers at all. It has to be original.
It's got to be.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you tell a Steve Martin joke, they're gonna go, "Hey, that's bullshit."
Yeah. Listen here, you hack.
Exactly. So it's a little bit different. Probably a little more scary. I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, man.
For sure. So what is your day job, man? Like, what do you do otherwise
Yes.
other than playing music?
Well, as you know, as a musician, you got to have your day jobs.
Yeah, amen, buddy. Yeah, for sure.
I think as any artist, I actually, I'm a sales rep for a paint company.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, been doing that for over 8 years.
Wow.
And that's what I do, man. That's what I do.
Right on.
That's my day job. Yeah.
Do you paint yourself? Like, do you paint also, or just the sales? That's the sales side as well.
Just the sales.
Okay.
Right now, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I do, man.
Nice.
That's what have gotten to get me to know Lake Charles better in the construction side of things. Like builders and designers, painters, and
For sure.
everything. I cover the whole Southwest Louisiana area, so
Oh, cool. Awesome. And you've been doing that for 8 years.
8 years so far.
Wow.
Man. 8 years.
That's
so far.
awesome. Is that what? I guess you've been here for 10 years. So that's not what brought you to the area then.
No. Actually, I'm an immigrant. I'm a proud immigrant. I'm from Venezuela. I came here in the United States in 2014, January the 2nd, 2014.
Awesome.
Never forget that day. I got here. Quick story. Before that, I was studying in Venezuela. I did my business degree, but while I was going to college, I was protesting the crap out of it against the dictatorship that we have down there.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so protesting, getting myself in trouble, all the fun stuff.
Is it the same dictatorship that's still in place? Okay. Then,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been in place since 1998.
Wow.
Yes, so pretty long time so far. We never thought it was going to last that long, but
Yeah.
Anyway, I got myself in trouble so much that it got to a point where I got tapped out. I was like, hey, you got to leave. I'm like, I know.
Wow.
Do I really? Like, yeah, you got to.
Because of violence towards, like potential
Yeah.
violence
Oh,
towards
yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Who
that's
told you
insane.
that you had to leave?
I was organizing some protests down there. So the last, that was 2013, and I was a musician back then too. I had a band and everything. And the last protest that we organized through Twitter, because that was the most efficient way. Some of my closest, quote unquote, no, they were not friends. We couldn't even give each other's names because to protect each other.
Sure. Yeah.
We had some people who infiltrated them, so we didn't want.
Damn.
Yeah, we didn't want them
never
to.
know.
Exactly, you
Right.
never know. So they were like, "Hey, Andres, they have your name, kind of like the CIA version of it down there." So and everybody else's was compromised at that point, and the typical protest. We get tear gas. You could hear some gunshots sometimes. That was the scary part.
Wow.
That was 2013, and then
Tear gas sucks too, though, for sure.
oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, I've had that. That sucks. Yeah.
That
That's
thing's
not fun.
You have?
Yeah, dude, when you're in boot camp, you got to,
Okay.
they
Oh.
put you in a room and they, you have gas masks on and then they light up some tear gas. You take it off and you breathe it in. It's just part of your training.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks. It's not fun.
No, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
well, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So your experience was artificial.
That's true. I was not. It's fine. Whatever. Yours is way cooler. Okay.
I thought that was going to be funny, and it was not. And I'm sorry.
no.
Get out.
Anyway.
Anyway, so yeah, I made the decision like 3 months prior. Gave everybody a hug, a kiss. My family didn't even know. My like grandpa, uncles, and everybody. They didn't even know that I was going to come here for forever.
Yeah.
So I got here 2014 with nothing, man. I left everything behind. I just had my 2 guitars, a pair of underwears with holes in it, some few shirts, and just the willing to fucking kick ass, man. I got here in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. One of my cousins, thanks to him, he actually opened up his doors at his home and hosted me for about 3 months.
Wonderful. Is that why you chose New Orleans? It's because you had a person there already?
Yeah, I had 2 options. I was either Jacksonville, Florida, boring.
Yeah.
I was like, where Jacksonville? I was like, half a friend of mine, he still lives there. And I was like, you know what? And then what else? New Orleans. I was like, hell yeah.
Dude, yeah.
New Orleans, like the jazz and the music and everything. And yes, of course.
So you were a single man,
brother.
Mecca. That's going to be the best place ever then probably. Yeah.
Dude,
for sure.
and I...
a lot of fun.
That was like the best decision I ever made in my life. Like those were like my 2 best years of my whole life.
Right.
So yeah, I got there, started working my ass off. Penniless. The first time I saw $100 bill, I was like, I want more of this.
Yeah.
And it was like, are you gonna take the weekends off? Like, fuck weekends off. I'm 26. I'm gonna burn this baby. Like, I'm gonna up to I'm 30 and just work my way through it. And
That's awesome.
Give me some Red Bull, whatever. So yeah, New Orleans was perfect because you didn't need to have a car. Mm-hmm. You can just ride a bicycle, or use a streetcar. So cost down, get you an apartment, and here we go.
That's awesome.
Then I met my wife. I was a waiter. One of my jobs that I had, I was a waiter, and then Danielle walked into the door of the restaurant, and that's when I saw her.
Yeah,
I had my long hair, and I was trying to play the music cool guy and stuff. She was like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I'm like, "I'm a musician," and she was like, "Oh." I'm like, shit, that didn't work.
Unless you don't like that, that can be whatever.
Unless you don't like. I also went to business school.
I do lots of things.
Lots of things. Don't worry about it. I
was able to get a small loan from my father for $1 million.
$1 million, and then you just make some investments, shit investments, by the way, but it turned out very good.
Screwed a lot of people over.
Perhaps you've heard of Bitcoin. You will.
Anyway, so. Long story short, she gave me a business card. I gave her mine. And, I was like, what's the less creepy way to approach a girl that I just met? In my mind, I was like, you're going to text her? Like, oh, that's just too much. Mm-hmm. I was like, Facebook. Well, at the time, I had on my Facebook my 4 names, which you guys here in America have only 2.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Right. Mine, it was like Andres David Nava Gonzalez. So... 3 months passed by and I had her business card next to my TV. I was like, fuck, man, this lady just ghosted me. I'm going to see her again one day. Well, 3 months later, she came back with a few friends. I literally like could not be more clearer that I liked her. I started giving her free margaritas all night.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
I was like, if I'm going to get fired, it's going to be for this, and I don't care. So then she gave me her business card, and I decided to call her next day, and that's how our story began, man.
Wow.
And she's from here, she was born in, here in Lake Charles, and she's from Sulphur, and then I visited Lake Charles, and I was like, oh, that's a cool little town, man. I've always been kind of like a town kind of guy, because the first time I actually came here to the U.S. and was here for over a year, I went to wait for it. I went to Montana for high school.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I'm
It's a great departure.
I'm a porcupine, Nashua.
That's right.
That's his school mascot, a porcupine.
That's awesome.
So Nashua, Porcupine, 2006. I was like an exchange student, so I was literally Fez.
Whoa,
Okay.
that's
From that
awesome.
70s show.
Yeah.
Yes. Which
How old were you at that time?
dude, I was like 17.
Okay.
Yes.
Dude, what
wild.
kind of experience was that? Was that amazing?
Dude, it was amazing.
Yeah, culture shock, just totally different.
Oh, totally. I was like crying the first night that I went there. I was like, oh, and this is your room. And it was a basement, and it had like a standalone toilet in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And
Made a mistake. Yeah.
I made a mistake. But later on, I came to realize, dude, I made friendships like that have lasted years. I still call.
What an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, I call my host family, like my American mom and American dad. They actually wanted to adopt me afterwards.
Ah, nice.
I was like, hell yeah. And my mom was like, get your ass back in here.
I still love you.
I
And
still-
I'm related to you. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, fast forward. New Orleans, met my wife. I was in the service industry, and then I started working for Apple, and then I started working for this paint industry, and here I am.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's incredible.
Yeah, what an awesome story.
It really
Thank
is an
you.
incredible story. I feel
Thank
like
you.
we could make a whole podcast just out of like fleshing that out.
Yeah,
more. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely,
there's probably so
absolutely.
much there.
Yes, there is, especially in the
incredible.
protest back days. You know,
Yes, exactly.
protesting was fun, man.
And it
until
was
wasn't.
righteous, you know, like you're doing the
Yeah.
right thing too. It wasn't just a protest. Just you see kids nowadays, it's like some of that stuff is like, okay, yeah, it's protestable. Some of this is not. You know,
Right.
like you could probably just have a seat. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
You were literally protesting evil, like
Yeah.
real evil, you know,
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
world, and doing something that was beneficial to your country that, you know, that needed to be done.
Right.
And so, man, that's awesome and
Yeah.
very admirable, dude.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, we tried to set the record straight, but fast forward, it was the most rewarding thing to do, because once you do the right thing, you rest assured you're not going to have any regrets in the future,
That's right.
And
Regardless of the outcome.
regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
You did what you needed to do. You never, put your morals or whatever that was in the moment, and you kind of like bent over to,
That's
quote
right.
unquote, the golden opportunity, because I know so and so, and they can hook you up with this job, but you just only have to say that you love Chavez.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck no,
Not going to do it.
not gonna do it.
That's awesome, dude.
So yeah.
I love that. I wish we had just 1,000 more hours to hang out
Thank you,
and
man.
do this. And I really hope we do this again at some
Yeah.
point. Legally, I do have to pick my kids up from school.
Legally.
They make you do that. You got to do it. I don't know why. I would just throw one more in there. Paternity's being forced upon me. I don't feel like it's right. But no. But so just in summation, real quick, man, where can we catch you next? Where's the band
Yes.
playing? Where's your next gig?
Next gig, it'll be amazing.
Yes.
Luna, we're gonna be playing last of this month, the 31st. So everybody who listens to us, just go ahead and follow us on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook. It does help. It does help to have that following,
Absolutely.
especially us. We're a local band, and we are going to be playing there. So from 7 till 10 p.m. at Luna's on downtown Lake Charles. So come and see us.
Nice. Get downtown. Do it anyway. Go downtown all the time. Downtown's got such cool stuff, but definitely go check out Cats and Aliens for sure. I'm going to try to make that show. Mr. Guidry, where's your next stop? I know tonight you're going to be at Luna, but we won't post this today. So
Yeah,
what's
Luna tonight.
some upcoming gigs?
Next shows, I'm going to be doing a full week in Austin and San Marcos, featuring for the great T. Ray Bergeron. We're going
Nice.
to do a weekend in San Marcos at a club, and then we're going to be coming back here to do OBs that Sunday.
Right on.
So pumped for that. I'm excited.
And then OB's every Monday night.
OBs every Monday night,
Yep.
baby. We had the most
Open
magical
mic it.
Monday night. The crowd was too hot.
Was it good? I saw you post something about it. You said it was like
Yeah.
one of the best ones you've ever done, right? Or
Dude,
maybe
it was,
the best.
It was fantastic. I told
Yeah.
some dude he was the fattest person there. And Like it was. I was like, should I go for it in a split second? And I was
Yes.
like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I had this joke where I'm like, look, I work out because I want to be a pallbearer at my fattest friend's funeral. Like, somebody's got to do that job. Yeah.
Someone's
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
And this dude up at the front was like, oh, yeah, man. And I was like, dog, it's going to be your funeral. You're the fattest guy here.
Oh my god.
You grab him by the casket. Anyway, no big deal. Sorry. All right. We're going to let you go on that one. Thanks for listening to Chuckstars. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.